Today is day 2 of my pelvic floor strengthening series. Today's workout is going to be a little more intense than yesterday's. We're going to get a lot more into the legs, a lot more into the arms, but keeping the stability through the pelvis and through the hips. You're going to need a block, a bolster, and then weights. I've chose the 1 pound weights that wrap around my wrist, but hand weights are perfectly fine. Let's get started. We're going to begin today in cat-cow position. So go ahead and come into tabletop with your shoulders stacked over your wrists and your hips stacked over your knees. Take your block and place it in between your legs, just above the knees. We're going to take a couple of cat-cows. So this block is in place to help you engage through the pelvis. As you inhale, your belly dips, your gaze goes up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, press the mat away, dome through your back. Let's take a few more just like that. Inhale, gaze goes up. Exhale, dome through the back. Inhale. Exhale. As you're taking your back bend, it doesn't have to be a deep back bend. You can take cat neutrals. If this is tugging in your round ligaments and it's kind of creating a pulling action in your lower abdominals, then definitely opt for a more neutral back. Keep squeezing that block. Let this feel good in your body. We're warming up through the spine. Last one. Let's meet back in neutral spine. Go ahead and remove your block. We're going to take bird dogs. So with your next inhale, extend your left leg out behind you, point through your toe, and then extend your right arm out in front of you. We're here for 15 seconds. Make sure your hips are squared to the mat, so the points of your pelvis are squared onto the mat. If this is hard on your left wrist, you can grip them out with your fingertips. That's going to engage the wrist. Squeeze through the core. Engage the lower abdominal muscles. And you're using the glute to help stabilize you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and switch it out. Take your right leg behind you and extend your left arm out in front of you. Really looking for a flat back here. And make sure you're not opening up through the right hip. Actively pressing the mat away through your right hand. Sometimes the tendency is to dump into that right shoulder. So make sure you're actively pressing up and out of the mat. Really staying with your breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and come all the way up to a standing position. We're going to be in a chair pose type of position. Go ahead and grab your weights. Place your block just above the knees. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Going to extend your hands out in front of you and just take little squats. Just like that. Engaging through the core, squeezing, actively squeezing the block. Lift and lower, just like that. Inhale to rise. As you exhale, engage through the core and squat. Very nice. Stay with me. Getting a full body workout. Lift and lower. Extend and lower, just like that. We're here for 30 more seconds. Really squeeze the block, engage the pelvic floor. You're squeezing all 4 corners of the pelvic floor together. And then as you lift up, you're squeezing through the glutes, and then exhale to lower. 15 more seconds here. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay low and squeeze. Pulse, pulse. Just like that. Take your arms out in front of you and pulse with your hands. You can go as fast or as slow as you like, whatever works in your body. This tiny little pulsing action activates the little tiny muscles in your legs and in your lower abdominals. And you're going to feel it start working right away. Just like that. Stay with your breath. We're almost there. We're not here for long and then we get a break. Stay with me and pulse, 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 just like that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. So as you hold, we're going to create movement with our arms, but we're keeping our legs the same. So extend and pull, push and pull, just like that. Extend and pull. You can always drop your weights if you need to, whatever works for you. As you extend your arms out, you're taking a deep breath, and then exhale and draw it in. Stay with me. Go at your own pace, as fast or as slow as you want. Feeling nice and strong here, nice and stable. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and extend the legs out and release. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. Just allow yourself to hang. Ragdoll. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. You can allow a generous bend in the knees. Take a few breaths here. If your heart rate spiked, allow that to come back down. One more breath here. With your next inhale, bend deep in the knees and just go ahead and roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way to a standing position. Go ahead and pick your weights back up. We have one more chair series. So take your block, place it in between your knees. Keep that very active pelvic floor and your core. Extend your arms out. We're here for 1 minute. Just open and close. Open and close, just like that. Always the option to stand up if this gets to be too much on your legs. This is a lot today. A lot of chair pose. But with the block placed between your knees, it's not just an average chair pose. It really reminds you to activate through the pelvic floor, through those P muscles, and through the lower abdominals to firm up the pelvis. Almost there, just like that. Stay with me. Give yourself gratitude for showing up today, showing up on your mat, and you're crushing it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat and lift. Squat and lift, just like that for 3. We're here for another minute. Stick with me. You're standing all the way up, pressing your hips forward, squeezing the glutes, and then drop it low. Can go fast or slow, whatever works for you. Building heat in the body and also building stability in the body. That's it. We're almost through with this standing series. Stick with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low, extend your arms out. This is a little difficult, so if you want to drop your weights, you can. Open and close. Open and close. So you're just flipping the palms up and down. If you have weights in your hands, you're just twisting the weights back and forth, back and forth. It's a tiny little movement, but it really starts burning. Stay with me, you're almost there, you're doing great. We're firming and toning through the legs, strengthening out through the shoulders. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to stand, and I want you to keep the block between your legs. I'm going to do a modified low lunge. So you keep that block gripped, and you're just going to drop it low. Just like that. You have the majority of the weight in your back leg. Still have a little in the front. Find what's comfortable for you. You can always tiptoe or crawl the toes out in front of you a little further. If you feel like you can separate your legs a little bit more, you have the option to remove the block. Lots of squats today. We're going to squat it out. Squeeze and squat, just like that. Stay with your breath. Keep that engagement. With each squat, you get a little stronger. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Take your left foot in front now and just start pulsing it out. Stay with me. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Engaging through the lower abdominals. Go ahead and take your awareness to your pelvic floor. Are you squeezing through your pelvic floor? You can move slower. So you can engage the muscles. We don't have to rush through the workout. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet back together. Hinge at the waist and take your arms out behind you. We're going to pulse. This is for your triceps. Once again, engage through your core. You have a nice flat back, and you're just pulsing here. It's all about the arms, all about the triceps. Palms are facing up. We're here for 1 minute. You got this. Deep inhales and exhales. Stay with your breath. The legs get a little break here. For 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten all the way up, lift your arms up. Deep inhale, exhale, forward fold. Remove your block. Take a wide leg fold here. Whatever's in your practice, perhaps you want to keep your block and place your hands on it and just lengthen out through the back. Whatever's in your practice today, you're perfect exactly where you are. Slowly come down onto your back into a bridge position. So knees are bent, feet are about hip width distance apart. You're going to need your block. Make sure you can reach down and graze your heel with your middle finger. Place the block between your legs, just below the knees. Palms are facing down. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. You know what we're going to do. Engage through the quads, engage through the core, and let this be a really slow and controlled movement. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Lift and lower. So you're just barely tapping your tailbone on the mat. This is the move. You can take it as slow or as fast as you need. Making sure that you're not flaring the ribs out at the top. It's a very subtle action. We're asking all the muscles in the body, the glutes, the quads, the lower abdominals, to squeeze together and support the low spine and the pelvis. So this is helping to strengthen all of those muscles. Stay with me. Stay with your breath. Don't give up on yourself. You have to quit. You have to stop for a minute. That's okay. Just come back. It's okay to take breaks. We have 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. We're going to pulse up, just tiny pulses. Your hips are going up towards the ceiling. So pulse, pulse, pulse. Just like that, pulse it out. Squeeze the glutes and pulse. Keep the block between your legs. Don't let it fall. I know it's hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. Now pulse it in, so your knees are squeezing in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good job. That was a tough one. I want you to walk your feet about hip width distance apart, or a little wider, about as wide as the mat. And if this is comfortable in your body, just allow your knees to sway back and forth. If this feels like it's too unstable in your pelvis, you don't have to do that. Just giving a little bit of low back relief. When you're ready, roll over to your side and then gently press yourself up. We're going to come into Dandasana, or staff pose. Flex through the feet. You can have your feet all the way together for support, or if you have a bigger belly and you need to make space, go ahead and scoot them about hip width distance apart. Option to set on a bolster if you feel like you have a lot of space in the hamstrings. It's going to help you. It's going to tilt your pelvis down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Gaze goes up. And then as you exhale, drop your right hand behind your head. Grip your right elbow with your left hand, and then just pull it over. Gaze goes up under the right arm. Take a couple deep breaths here. And release. Let's take it on the other side. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, drop the left arm behind the head. And use that right arm as a self-assist to pull the elbow back. Gaze goes up under the left arm. Exhale to release. Slowly allow yourself to hinge at the waist and stretch. You can touch your toes. If that's not available for you, that's okay. Bring your hands to your shins. Flex through the feet. I want you to let this feel good in your body. It doesn't have to be a very active pose. You can always just release the head and neck. And just allow this to be kind of like the rag doll. Allow yourself to come back to breath. And I want you to notice, where do you feel this in your body? Are you feeling it in the hamstrings? Or are you feeling it in the neck and the back as you release them and let them relax? Sometimes we hold so much tension in our neck. We never allow it to relax. And then when we do, sometimes it's uncomfortable. Last breath here. Release and come up. Take a couple of neck circles if that feels good in your body. We're going to come to child's pose. Option for the bolster. If you need to use that for child's pose, go ahead. Spread your knees as wide as what's comfortable for you. Just set back on the heels. Gently walk yourself forward. This is our last pose of the day. So let this be comfortable in your body. I don't want you to be strained during this posture. An option if this is too much on your hips, if you feel like your pelvis is opening too much, you can set back on the heels and then take your block and just kind of lean forward on your block if you want. You can stay here as long as you need. This is our last posture of the day, and that concludes part 2 of our pelvic floor exercises. I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and I hope you felt very supported. I'll see you next time.